Akash INTI, the real reflection of you. Literally just got out of the pool, swimming, laps today, as usual. It's interesting because one of the reasons why I swim, and I don't even know if this is a why I swim, but it's like, just, I don't know, whatever, is that my mind will just constantly keep going. I don't know about you guys, but I'll just notice like my mind running, even in my day-to-day thoughts or whatever I'm doing. I'm walking around, I'm sitting at home, I'm running errands, whatever, right? Like, it's like my mind is always running. And in the pool, it's actually no different. Actually, there's very few times in my life where like the mind's not running. Like just small like glimpses of experiences where it's just completely all in the moment. You know, it tends to be life or death situations or whatever, right? But those moments are, oh man, absolutely amazing, right? Really, really beautiful. I love them. But for everything else, I do my best to be in the moment and focusing on whatever I'm doing, right? Swimming is a great example of that. When I'm in the pool itself, I'm really just focusing on my technique, my form to the best of my ability. Because yeah, there's some times where it's like, I'm a little tired, or I got a little injury on my whatever, wrist or leg or whatever, right? And so maybe I can't use that body part to the best of my ability. But nonetheless, always just notice my mind running, right? I'll be like, okay. Sometimes it's thinking about a thought, which is a reminder actually to myself. It's like, well, I'm not necessarily living in that moment, what that moment is, right? If it's like I'm swimming and then all of a sudden I'm thinking of whatever, right? It's like, well, I'm not really focusing on the swimming. To some degree, maybe I can control my mind or what I'm doing, like my focus, my attention a little bit more. Anyways, one of the things that I was thinking about while I was swimming was the way we talk to other people, right? Like the way that I talk to others, like how do I do that, right? Like how do I talk to other people? And what I mean that is like, I'm not like, all right, well, it's in every way, right? Am I talking to other people in an angry way? Am I talking to other people in a sad way? Am I talking to other people in a way that's really expressive? Am I talking to other people in a way that's really demoralizing, right? How am I talking to other people? And what it makes me think about is the way that I talk to other people is really a reflection of how I'm talking to myself, right? So then it comes back to, it's like, well, how am I talking to myself? Am I talking to myself in a way that's really upbeat? Am I talking to myself in a way that's really uplifting? Am I talking to myself that's very inspiring? Am I talking to Am I talking to myself in a way that's very demoralizing? Am I talking to my way in a self? Am I talking to myself in a way that's kind of boring? Am I talking to myself in a way that's just average, right? How am I talking to myself? Because that's going to frame the way that I talk to other people. So that's one of the things I constantly am working on ways to like talk to myself better. Now, there's ways that I can talk to myself that are super harsh, and I've done that in the past, and even today, sometimes it's just like I'm not even doing anything, and I'll just hear that like super harsh voice in my head. But then, what do I choose to say to other people? How do I choose to engage with other people? That's I have a choice there, right? I don't have to engage with others in a way that's just very harsh or crude or rough, you know? Though I can, and I can do it pretty damn well because I can do it myself pretty damn well. How do I choose to engage with others? Now, in a perfect world for me, I would really just find myself almost always engaging in a way that's really upbeat, uplifting, encouraging, entertaining, vivid, lively. And yet at the same time, that's not what life is about, right? That's just one side of the coin. There's obviously going to be the need for conversations that maybe are a little harsh, maybe that are a little wow, like that was very rough, you know? And that's part of life. And I'm not saying I like one part of life and not the other. I recognize that there's a need for both. Flies around here. So yeah, I don't know. This is kind of what was just running through my mind while I was swimming, and kind of now post-swim as I'm talking to you, what's going on with me. The other thing that came to mind was that like most creation is really silent, right? Like even me swimming in the pool, the only sound that is really created of it is like the ripple of the water or little splashes as I'm like turning around and such, all these things. Like that's about it, right? I'm not talking while I'm swimming, or like at least out loud. I'm not talking to others. I'm just focusing on my swim. And that's all I'm focused on. Really, I mean, obviously aside from what I've just been talking about, like, oh, I've been thinking about this or whatever. But that's what's going on with me right now. That's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at today. I'm just watching some kids jumping in the pool. I'm doing my thing, so that's what I got. Keep up, thrive, stay sexy.